First Corinthians 13, verses 11 to 13. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. First Corinthians 13, verses 11 to 13.
Is a man named Morning Soul? 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. No matter if you miss far, you better tune in quick or you might just miss the best show this side of the sea. Is a man named Morning Soul? 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 Is a man.
And good morning, grand rising to everyone. This is the Magman Morning Show. Good morning to each and every one of you. It is 2 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. We're here at 9 a.m. every weekday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Magman Morning Show, Magmedia 3 Productions. We're here and we're just grateful to be here. We love our audience. I'd say good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning to our chairman of our deacon board, Deacon Alvin Moore, to our Apostle Anthony Reed, to uh, the sainted mother of the church of the Magman Show, that is Sharon Reed. She's a choir member, senior. Got Keisha the Stylist, spiritual. Thank you, Jesus, for everything. And for our reader, I'm really grateful that we can start off and kick off our morning each and every morning with words of inspiration, and to hear a child read verbatim, not reading, not looking at the book like, some of us. I can start reading. He reads better than I do. And he has memorized scriptures, and he has given us an opportunity to hear his voice each and every day. And I want to thank our reader who will be revealed real soon. Good morning to Diane Black. Good morning to you, our next Congresswoman of Mississippi. Listen, let me say this as I throw this in. Yeah, y'all saw it up here. It says, Alice is here, our chief moderator. She's here. She said, I heard you had a great show on yesterday. Several people have told me, and Alice has a wonderful platform. We're real grateful unto God for all that He is doing and all that He's going to do. It is Pisces season. Yes, it is. Everybody has their seasons. All you other peoples. That's right. It is that time of the year, so you will be hearing some things about the Pisces season. I'm gonna celebrate the whole month. The whole month. Good morning to Bishop Larry Trotter. Got a birthday coming up real soon in March. My bishop and pastor, Sweet Holy Spirit Church in Chicago, and I wish you well. I know that you're on revival, and it was a success. I always like to shout out. Yeah, my pastor. You shout out your pastor. You're supposed to. And if you have one, if you don't, shout out somebody that really means something spiritually to you, that has helped you in things and in ways that you never have. I'm going to get there. I got something new that I'm going to do, and I'm going to make an announcement on our YouTube page. Stay tuned for it. I'm going to be making it uh, this afternoon sometime. I'm going there. Of course, y'all know I have a spiritual side to me. Of course, I'm saved. I love the Lord, and there's no secret about this. This is Mac Media 3 Productions. We have the Mac Man Morning Show. We have other productions, and our production company is an open media company. Um, I'm not here to dispute or anything like that people's beliefs. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. He is my Savior. Yes, He is. He saved me, and I declare Him Lord and King. He's God in the flesh. That's right. I believe that. I accepted Him as my Savior. That's my belief. And so, for those of you all that have that belief, I'm going to be doing something real special on Saturday evenings. There was a gentleman that I met back in 1975, right when I met, actually, well, yeah, right when I met Bishop Larry Trotter was our youth pastor, but he was a musician over at House of Inspiration, Church of God in Christ. Make a long story short, there was a guy on the radio every Sunday night, Saturday night. He would do Sunday school review. Those of you all that remember Bishop Willie James Campbell would come on the radio every Saturday night at about 9 o'clock and do the Sunday school review. Now, some of you all, and you might say this is unusual. How's the Mac Man doing this? I'm going to do it anyway, whether you like it or not. And for those of you that don't get to Sunday school, or you're a Sunday school teacher, or you're a good student, it's a great way for you to have a kind of commentary before you get to Sunday school about the lesson. So I'm going to be starting on this Saturday at 9 o'clock live, and I'm going to do that. That's my spiritual part of my production company that I do. No offering. I ain't got no oil or water or no miracles and all that stuff. You ain't got to give nothing or anything. It's just for edification. And it's something I love to teach. Sunday school is real important to me. We're getting ready to celebrate the Resurrection Sunday, or what we call Easter. And it'll be coming up and everything like that. The Easter Mother Day Christmas crowd, I'm not a part of, but some are, and it's just interesting to know and to be able to get some insight. And we're coming straight from the Sunday school lesson and the International Sunday School lesson that everyone uses. And if you'd like to join in, feel free. If not, that's fine. We'll be on the air on Saturday at 9 o'clock. All right, now listen, this is Mac Man Morning Show. Good morning, everybody. 8 minutes after the hour. Let me say this. Fabulous Friday. You say, why is it fabulous? It's fabulous because we're alive and we're Ida McCray. Good morning, Mama. Mama's doing well, y'all. She's doing really well. I talked to her this morning. Good morning to all of you. Even the ones in the bushes I can't see. I know who you are. I know you're there. Thank you for showing up. Brother Lee will be here shortly. We're going to just discuss some things. But before we go through all of that, I know it's spicy season. Let me just show some courtesy and some kindness to our wonderful sponsors. We might have a new sponsor coming. Lord willing, the Mac Man Morning Show is moving forward, and we just want you to enjoy yourself. It's 9 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. We'll be right back. This is the Mac Man Morning Show.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios.
WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
I'd like to say grand rising and good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning. Hey, how y'all doing? But oh, well, look at who come to see us here, Alice. Look and check this out, everybody. Look at here, Sharon Reed, all y'all, Keisha the stylist and everybody. Penelope has shown up here. Sister girlfriend, honey bunch, how are you? No, I'm just saying. Look, good morning to all of you. Good morning to Miss Penelope, who's working, doing what, and taking care of things. We welcome you back, one of our moderators that is here, and we'd like to welcome each and every one of you that are listening to the MacMan Morning Show on this morning. It is now 12 minutes after the hour of 9, but right now we're going to talk about our friend Michelle Franklin. Michelle Franklin's tax service. Her tax service is extended to you at this time. Y'all better get your stuff in now. They're suggesting that you get your tax returns done now because of the shortages of people at the IRS to process it, and even the contractors. Please get your tax returns prepared and in right now. You can do it right now. I'm pretty sure she can get you advances up to $7,000. Also, listen, that'll come in great and handy. Free estimates without leaving your home, convenient ways of receiving your refund. Also, personal business and 1099 customers are welcome. Schedule your free estimate, and also it's so cold here. I don't know where y'all would want to go until the weather breaks, but wherever you want to go in the lower 48 states, Michelle will send you on a 3-day, 2-night vacation if you have a refund with her. Call her, area code 708-296-3133. That's 708-296-3133. She'll be glad to hear from you. Pizza Pro XL. Listen, they were down there in Quitman County and the Quitman County High School. Those Dragons, Madison Shannon Palmer High School of Quitman County in Marks, Mississippi, down there, the main high school. They did not advance to the next level of the basketball. I think it's 2A championship, but they really had a great season. My hat's off to everybody at the high school. Y'all did a great job, and some of those great young men are going to be in some great athletic programs in the coming future. Y'all look out for them. Scouts they were looking down there. They were trying to see talent, and they got a lot of talent down there, and congratulations to them. And Pizza Pro was there down there supplying all of the goodies and everything down there at Marks, Mississippi. Everybody in the cold and everything, she delivers and everything. We just like to salute our businesses. That's 286 East Main Street in Marks, Mississippi. You can call 662-326-3006. That's 662-326-3006. 3006. Not right now because it ain't time for y'all, but lunch will be coming around soon. This is Friday. It's still cold. Some of y'all are working remotely within the area. She will deliver in Panola. She will deliver in Quitman. She will deliver in Kahoma, Tunica, and Tutwiler, around in them areas. Y'all make sure you take care of the delivery drivers as they come. She employs over 20 people in Quitman County, and it's just wonderful to know that there's business people. I'm going to talk about my drink here. I saw something like this last night. I was out to dinner, and I said, now I know what it is. And it's so tall and it's good. I mean, it's a margarita. It's a frozen one. And, or that's what it is. Well, it can't be a DAC. I don't know what the difference is, but it's a drink. And she got them down there. Let's support Miss Wright and her endeavors. That's Miss Bridget Wright. She's the proprietor of such. Good morning to everybody. Now, see, that's how you're supposed to do. Now, if you want to advertise on the McMahon Morning Show, I'm telling you, we got some new clients coming. And see, Penelope always come in here and start trouble. You at the state government, so the orange man with the makeup can't get you right now. Okay, that's one mark. Yeah, that's one mark. It's a tower. It's a tower. It's really unique. I mean, it's really unique. I ain't never seen nothing like this until it was brought to me. And you get that now. When you finish drinking it, then they're gonna bring you this here. Have mercy. See, that'll hurt somebody. You have to be seeing things. I'd be seeing things. I tell you, I would be. But that's neither here nor there. We're grateful for everyone being here on today. I wanted to say also that we're going to be doing election coverage on Tuesday. There's going to be a live remote, and we're going to be connected with Dalton, Illinois. This is going to be the showdown to see who becomes the next mayor of that village. Everybody wanted to see, and the horrible video I'm really concerned about the mayor of Dalton's. You need share it. You be told, boy, if you drink that, okay. Pizza Pro XL may have to put on the challenge to see who can handle that, and we're gonna talk to them and see if we can get somebody to come up with a challenge. But let me say this, that we got to be careful these days, folks, about the things that are going on in our community and around about us. We have to be aware. We have to be aware of current circumstances. And if you do work for other governments and you do work for these things, see, I ain't going there. You see the dynamics, and I have some friends that work and some people that I know work in the federal government that have been let go. I'm talking about 12, 13 years, almost 19 years of government service. And they were told abruptly that they were no longer needed. There were no protections. There were no, nothing that could keep them from that. I don't know anybody in the air traffic controlling sector or deal with aviation, but you all have been listening and hearing about these planes crashing. And I was so shocked that someone would take this kind of action because we really need all of our aviation workers. We need y'all fly, y'all going here and there. We all go here and there. We might have an emergency. It may be a trip or something like that, but that's too much to be falling down there. And then if you saw, and I don't have the video, I wish I had the video of the airplane that landed in Toronto upside down. Nobody lost it. God knows that was a miracle, because the jet fuel alone would have incinerated not only the people, but not only the plane, but the people too. It would have burned that plane and beyond. You wouldn't know what it is. It's 20 or 30 times hotter than regular gasoline, and not as far as fuel, but this propulsion fuel is dangerous. And this plane flipped on its side, slid, and landed. I mean, it was some fires because that plane had some fuel. I don't know how much fuel, but any amount of jet fuel, they try to dump the fuel before. A lot of times they try to dump the fuel before they land because it makes it easier. But then they know the potential if something happens, that the likelihood of that impact would have on around you and everything could harm a whole lot of people. So when I heard this about FAA and heard about what they were doing, they said that the first wave of the White House ordered firings, not laying off. They ain't laying you off. You ain't getting no severance or no nothing. They throwing you out of there. At the Federal Aviation Administration included employees who played important roles in the safety of air travel. Despite the Trump administration's assurances that no critical staff has been axed, more than 130 of the estimated workers held jobs directly or indirectly supporting air traffic controllers, facilities, technologies. Wow. Can you imagine you getting ready to go on? You got to fly to a destination. Y'all go cruising and different things. Some people take buses, people take the train or whatever the case may be, whatever transportation, but you fly or you going to see your relatives or it's a holiday or it's a vacation or whatever it is. And you're up in there. You have confidence in knowing, saying, man, I know them people in the tower. They're doing what they have to do. I don't have no worries. Just get me on this plane so I can get to this destination and shake out these clothes and whatever and hit the beach or whatever that we going to do, and not knowing, you can't see up there, you don't know whether they have 5 or 6 or the proper staffing up there, and these things are happening. There have been collisions, there have been some things happening that really in this the man ain't been in there 3 weeks. He's been in there 3 weeks, and they say that the first 100 days is going to be the design. I'm trying to tell you all, these things are happening. Yes, he's the problem, but you got to know what he's doing. Check this out. Not just that, if he take air traffic controllers, he's up in the IRS. That's why I was trying to tell you, get your return in as quick as possible. We don't know what's going to happen. Don't wait. Ain't no deadline. Don't be waiting. He said the first 100 days. That's including tax time, too. We're heading into March. The 15th of April is the deadline to have your taxes. Do them now. Get your stuff in now. Food stamps. Uh-oh. I said the wrong things. Food stamps. They're getting ready to eliminate some parts of the food stamp program. Now, you might say, Mr. Mack, what they got to do with us? I don't get no food stamps, and the folks that get the food stamps, they shouldn't be getting them and everything. And I said, no, we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there because it helps a whole lot of people, senior citizens that have fixed income, people that are on disability, people that are in need, folks. People that are hungry, got a lot of children. You don't have the wherewithal. Some folks buy it. There are some abuses. They're getting ready to slash $1 trillion. Let me say it again for those of you all that are in the back and ain't listening. Wake somebody up and tell them they need to hear this. They're getting ready to slash $1 trillion. From Medicaid and food stamp programs. If you don't believe it, keep on thinking. Keep on sitting on your tail. Keep on. That's why we need Diane. We should have put Diane Black, should have been in Congress. We got to get her there. We got to get men and women like her there. I guarantee you, y'all going to think twice because they messing with your food stamps. Y'all know a lot of folks get a lot of them food, and they help. There are some abusers. I know that they are. But the majority of the people that get food stamps are white folks. Uh-oh, somebody said, ooh. Yeah. So y'all, he's getting ready to hurt the very folks that support him. The folks down in the southern lands and the hills and all that. There's still people that in Appalachian. There's still people that he hoodwink and bamboozle. So now he's getting ready to take their benefits from them. Medicaid, Medicare, all of us depend on it. Go to the hospital and don't have no money. They're going to sign you up for Medicare right on the spot to pay that bill. Somebody's got to pay the bill, but then if you ain't got no money, who's going to pay the bill? He's trying to gut the Affordable Care Act and slice it into smithereens. And he ain't got nothing but a 2 or 3 seat majority in the Congress. We got to send some folks there. Somebody got to have some sense. I hope, is there a Republican that got some sense on the other side that say this is complete madness? $1 trillion, poor folks everywhere are going to suffer. What you do unto the least of these, you do unto me. Do you think he's going to get away with this? I don't believe he will. Wake up, folks. Get your house in order. Ain't no free lunches no more. We got to support each other. We got to support each other in business and everything. You got to thank you, Jesus. I incorporated my business, my likeness, my voice, my production rights. I own my show, the Mac Man's Morning Show. Mac Media 3 Productions, I own it. Because you got to own something. Independent black media, baby, is independent. Meaning that I hope and pray, and I know not to on the wing and the prayer, but the content that is out there and that is being delivered, hopefully somebody will hear this man talking about poor folks. We don't get this on the news. They don't go in depth about this. They say, well, okay, that's the problem. That's the problem. What's the solution? We'll get there, but you got to recognize what's going on and see what's happening before you can say, okay, boom, oh, well, we know he's going to. No, you don't know. This is some deep, deep rooted insanity. Now you think about it. See, my mother is 92. She gets assistance. She's on a fixed income like most senior citizens are. And could you imagine her not having her supplements or not having the programs like going to pick her up the Medicar to take her to her medical appointments, the supplements that she get to help offset the expenses that she would have to pay if she was able-bodied. She's retired. She can't go on nobody's job. She ain't going out to pick no lettuce and no cabbage and no tomatoes. I know that for a fact. And she ain't going to struggle. She ain't going to be hungry. You know, she going to be fine. We're going to be fine because you know why? We in survival mode. They've been trying to do, and I say they, people in this administration, in this new administration, there are no black people. White women, men and women, that's all that's in there. It doesn't represent us. Rubio don't represent minority. He don't know whether he's a pancake or a waffle. Talking about Senator Rubio, who's now the Secretary of State. How in the world you get this man the highest diplomatic office in the country, and he don't know nothing? I'm going to leave that alone right now. This is Mac Man Morning Show. Good morning to each and every one of you. I know y'all been sitting here saying this man done gone crazy, but I ain't gone crazy. I ain't through yet. There's a lot. This is Fabulous Friday because we had I'll tell y'all about that when I come back. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We're going to be right back. We're going to pay homage and give respect to our wonderful sponsors. Thank you for the new ones that are coming. You're on your way. This is the Mac Man Morning Show, 28 past 9.
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the Mac Man Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting your buddy on with Mac Man Morning Show very own Mr. Lee.
You know, when I was a kid, Mama looked at you before you got in the stove. She looked, I don't want to. You don't put your hands on. You don't ask for shit. We ain't eating now. We wait till we get home. But kids now, it's like, look, you know what you do, stupid, you know. He got a note saying that he's allergic to peanut butter, he's allergic to jelly, he's allergic to bread, he got gluten free, he gave me fish, he gave me that, and then he got to know he got DDT, ADT, or Rivian, or whatever. He can stand on tables, he can do whatever he want to do. What kind of is that?
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. Members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't never even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president.
All right, we're back here on the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to all of you. 33 past the hour of 9 o'clock on the Central Time Zone here. We want to thank all of you for being here. I am so pleased, and thank you to our audience. You all have been staples and stood by us here at the MacMan Morning Show, and I want to thank all of you for your listenership, even the people in the bushes. Those of you that I know that you're there lurking and looking, that's a wonderful thing. I know that you're there. We need the bushes too. I want to graciously thank all of you for being here. And it is just wonderful. Don't forget on this this Saturday evening at 9 a.m., I will be reviewing the Sunday school lesson. I got a little Sunday school in me. I ain't just Baptist, they just, folks talk about you, call you Baptist and all that. I'm saved. I love the Lord. We're going to review the Sunday school lesson at 9 o'clock Saturday evening, right here on Mag Media 3 Productions, this Saturday. Just come on. And I'll put an announcement out. Whosoever will, let them come. It ain't about this, that, and the other. I don't do all of that funny business. Let's just see how it goes. I miss Brother Brother Bishop Willie James Campbell reviewing the lesson. It is so insightful, and it gives you such a insight on what he's doing. That's what I'm about. I'm about information and inspiration. Inspiration is being able to tell you and to lift you up into where we are. We got to trust God, folks, and we got to get our act together. We got to get our heads together. We got to get our minds together. This is Mac Man Morning Show. That means that I directed the show, and the show is being directed this way. Folks, I'm saying this whether you hear me or hear me not. In these times that we're living in, these are the days that they've been talking about. These are the days that have been read. Dr. J is in the house. Look, wait a minute. I knew if I started saying something about Sunday school, he'd come. I already know. Our executive producer of the Mac Man Morning Show, who the devil thought that he had him, but he don't have him. Brother Lee just popped in. He's here. Y'all know he was coming. I got commentary time for you today, Brother Lee. I've been talking, and folks, but let me get back to Dr. J. Okay, Dr. J, the devil thought he had my boy. Had him, somebody run into him and thought they was trying to mess with him, but they didn't know that he was covered. Y'all better not make me nervous right about now, because I'm grateful to God that he is covered and protected. And Dr. J prayed on his sick bed. He sent me a message and sent the prayer. And I ain't gonna tell y'all how it is, but when he got through, that's all he had to say. I was all right. He always been in the bushes, y'all. See, they don't know the secret weapon has always been in the bushes. And I want to thank you, man. I celebrate you, brother, God, by God's grace. Yes, Lord. And see, that's why, Alice, I told you when you first came along, they said, who's this Alice, blessed child of God? Y'all leave her alone. I mean, she's the angel. You don't worry about who she is. She's the blessed child of God. And don't worry about who Dr. J and Sharon and you got Keisha to start where we all know who she is. But inside, you got to have spiritual connections and people that love God around you. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. Y'all ain't got to get nervous and get all turned off or anything, but that's all right, too. He that has an ear, let him hear what has to be said on the Mac Man Morning Show. That's James Mac 3 and 2. Okay, I'll push that there. Listen, Brother Lee is here with us. Hey, Brother Lee, our chief commentator, he's coming with his commentary right after I finish this last part. He can say good morning to the folks, Brother Lee. You're here. Let them know you're here, man.
Great day, everyone.
Great day. He's coming. Y'all know that commentary is hot. Brother Lee on yesterday, man, you talking about the chat was hot. People were in. I mean, we really had our shows have really been great. And I want to thank Brother Lee Mack for what he does. Man, he comes in, he gives it to you raw, unedited, unfiltered, just like it is, with no sugar, nothing fake. It's just straight. Don't stir it. Straight martini. You can give him one of them olives just to make him feel good. He don't need that glop. It's straight. And I'm glad that he's here. He's going to come with his commentary. And you're always a part of This Is Your Family, Dr. J. You know it. You started out, and you're still here. And hey, man, I just salute you in what you're doing and all the things that you're doing. We got some work to do, Doc. And I'll tell you about that later. I got one more story I want to talk about. Now, you talking about money. And I found this article that kind of disturbed me a little bit. It ain't disturbing, but this is information. And I want you to know, as we get ready, when Brother Lee comes, if he's going to talk about it, whether he does or not. Lindsey Graham, the senator from South Carolina, he's the new powerful chairman of the Senate Budget Committee in Washington, D.C. This is why I say Congress is so important. The Republican-controlled Senate on Friday adopted a $340 billion budget blueprint designed to boost the funding for the Orange Man's immigration enforcement and energy production, and for the military. This is extra money inside of the budget that they want to give to him. He said that mostly they voted along the party lines just after 5 a.m. That's this morning. I guess that's what it was just updated for this morning. They was up late in an all-night vote-a-rama. They was going nuts. No wonder. At 5 o'clock they stopped. Okay, because they going home this morning. Okay, in which the senators 30 they cast votes on 30. Look at this now, 33 amendments. What were they? What amendments were? While we sleep, they are up voting on our future, on our life. We don't know what was going on. I got to do some review. And of course, it was a 10-hour span. I mean, they was going. The final vote was 52 to 48 with one senator from the Republican side, Rand Paul, the lone Republican that voted with the 47 Democrats. Don't y'all know how important elections are right now? Look at what they're doing. And this man says, Mr. Graham says, he's the puppet for the orange man. He says, this is what he said, without passing this bill, there's no hope of getting money for the border. What in the world are they trying to do? Now, y'all done put them folks out, all the cabbage workers, all the chicken cutters, and all of the people that inspect the food and wash the toilets at the hotel, and all the Migos. Y'all got trying to get rid of the Migos. Y'all getting rid of the Hispanics and then they saying they trying to grab Haitians. And somebody said they had, I can't confirm this. I don't know if Alice or anybody can confirm this or help me out on this, that some Black Americans have been mistaken for Africans. Now, I got this text. I can't confirm it. I don't like putting it out, but if anybody can fact check that for me, Alice or Penelope or somebody, or Sharon, somebody in the, or Keisha Stylist, somebody, she's an official moderator and a sponsor, ain't that something? Dr. J, somebody find me something on it. There was a young man that was released. We're going to talk about him in a couple seconds. Give me a second. Okay, so now this is the deal. They got this extra money, not extra, but they got this. They passed this Senate bill. The plan is to take up this budget. It's a budget amendment. They passed 33 in all in total, but they said the additional money for border defense energy also includes, get this. This is what they wanted to do. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all, that if you listen to the McMahon Morning Show, you're going to get information that everybody talking about P. Diddley and all them, and even Dalton or whatever the case may be, and they, while we were asleep snoring, me too, snoring, or whatever the case may be, this is what they passed. Check this out. In addition to the money for the border defense energy, that version also included a $4.5 trillion tax cut. Let me say it again. I'm going to say it real slow so everybody can hear what I have to say. $4.5 trillion tax cut. Now, who in the world is going to benefit from that? I'm going to tell you in a second. I'm sure Brother Lee going to tell us too in a second. That's going to cause, with that $4.5 trillion tax cut, that's going to cause the national debt to hit and go an additional $4 trillion in debt. Then they say we're going to raise the debt limit to $4 trillion. How are you going to do both of them? Let me read this again. There's $4 trillion, $4.5 trillion you're going to cut, but then the debt ceiling is $4 trillion. So you're going to keep printing money. We print the money. Brother Lee told y'all we print the money, but the Mint, wherever they print the money, they print the money. So they printing it. Our money ain't going to be worth nothing. I don't know what the stock market is doing. Somebody give me an indication. Is it up or down? They say it was down almost 600 points there. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's them 401ks and things like that. Y'all better keep a watch on your eyes on your investments and things. Brother Lee is here, the chief commentator, the man that's going to bring the smoke. He ain't bashful about it. He's going to bring it to you. Brother Lee, I was talking about, let me give you a little recap from the House of Representatives, the bill to pass that money and give them tax breaks, and them air traffic controllers being fired and all these people colliding and everything. And Lee, give us, come on, I gave you the problem. Let's hear about the solution. McMahon Morning Show's on Brother Lee, we're going to enter. He's coming right after this. I'm going to give this last break, and we'll be right back with Brother Lee and his 27 minutes. Okay, Lee, it wasn't 5 minutes yesterday. Everybody was. Hold on a second. We'll be right back after these messages.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your buddy on with Mac Man Morning Show very own Mr. Lee.
Look, when I was a kid, Mama looked at you before you got in the stove. Said, look, I don't want no You don't put your hands on. You don't ask for We ain't eating. We wait till we get home. But kids now, it's like, look, you know what you do, you know. He got a note saying that he's allergic to peanut butter, he's allergic to jelly, he's allergic to bread, he got gluten free, he gave me this, he gave me that, and then he got a note saying he got DDT, ADT, or Rivian, or whatever. He can just stand on tables, he can do whatever he want to do. What kind of is that?
From the great and powerful Oz.
Hey, I'm not the Oz. Man, I'm just plain old DJ Big Daddy House, a.k.a. Samaje Anand, right here on WKRA 92.7 FM on the Mac Man Morning Show, making a brand new announcement. Yes, a brand new announcement for all of you out there that have non-for-profit organizations or just doing good in the hood. We have a new segment called the Community Calendar. So if you got something going on good in the hood that's going to benefit the people of this nation, man, make sure you get in touch with us, man, so we can put it out there and everybody can know about your creation. Right here at the Madman Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 FM.
Around, 'cause there's a reason to rejoice, you see. Everybody look up and feel the hope that we've been waiting on. Everybody's glad, the sound of feeling glad. We love you, instead of hearts singing so joyfully. Just look around, go for yourself to check it out. Can't you feel our brand new day? Can't you feel our brand new day?
And we're back on the Mac Man Morning Show. It's 49 past the hour of 9 o'clock. on a great cold Friday morning. Good morning to each and every one. Grand Rising, great Friday. Thank God it's a new day, not just Friday, but it's a new day. Hey, listen, let me explain to you this here. Election day is coming up. Election day is coming up in most of the surrounding areas in the state of Illinois, but especially in the Thornton 2025. That's Clean House 2025. That's Miss Brittany Norwood, who's running for re-election. You got Brittany Norwood. You have Kiana Belcher. You had Ed Steve, Allison Key, and for Mayor Jason House. He is running, and I believe he will be successful, especially after that disaster. I ain't even going to promote it. It was some foolishness for you to be for a person to be a elected official representing anybody anywhere. When you elected, you represent the people that elected you. It was horrible what that person put out, and it ain't even newsworthy. It's a sad shame of affair. I would resign. It would and go out gracious. I wouldn't even go through the election because I don't know what's going to happen. And so far, what I hear up there from early voting is still going on, folks. Early voting is still going on up until the 22nd. That's up until tomorrow at 4 p.m. Go to the Calumet City Library. That's 600 Manistee Avenue in Calumet City, 660 Manatee Avenue in Calumet City. Calumet City Library for early voting. Go vote. Clean House 2025. Let me say it again. Clean House 2025. They need to clean house in some of these other areas. Get some of these crooked Democrats. And you can't really do nothing with the Republican right. We can at least get rid of some of these people that are not doing anything. It is a sad state of affairs that the Democratic Party that has gotten our votes here and there. Yeah, Diane, I'm pushing you because Diane needs to be the next Congresswoman for the state of Mississippi. Let me stop all that. I got that done. Brother Lee is here. It's time for our daily commentary from our chief commentator, Brother Lee. He is here. Brother Lee Mack, you got the floor at all of 28 minutes roll, bro. Hey, good morning to you, Grand Rising to you. Brother Lee is our chief commentator.
Hey, great day, everyone. I just like to say I'm glad to be here. I'm blessed, and everyone else is too. It just doesn't pass blessing out here and there. Everybody has blessings. You just got to activate it. You're waiting for something that you already have. Thing I like to say is, Brother Mac was talking about the legislative branch was voting last night on some bills, laws that they passed. Thing has got to be signed by you know, I don't like to say his name, uh, TD. But thing is that what we have to look at is we have to look at, okay, they had this, it was more like a secret ballot because we weren't allowed to participate or look into. It should be mandatory that all of those sessions should be televised. Nothing should be edited. It should be televised. It's in our best interest. There's nothing secret about it. It shouldn't be a secret meeting. If you have nothing to hide, then you hide nothing. And see,
Yeah, I
we're
think
not.
they had C-SPAN though. Hey Lee, I
No,
think that C-SPAN did do it. I don't know if they put it
no.
live, but they do have a
I'm
tape
I'm
of it. Go ahead,
talking
Lee. Go ahead. No
I'm
problem.
talking about not that meeting. I'm talking about the meetings you don't see. The ones behind closed doors where they make these negotiations for these bills. That's what I'm talking about. They don't just come out there and say, look, let's just make. No, they've talked about that. They had dinners, they've had meetings behind closed doors. All of that is supposed to be in the best interest of the public, of the voters. And that's what I'm talking about. Any meeting that you discuss on our behalf, we should be allowed to know about it, have the minutes told to us. We should, everything that they talk about, every negotiation, everything that's related to us, it should be we should be allowed to participate. We should be allowed to be in on all of that. We said, I don't care what that kind of negotiations, I don't care how many you have, they should always have minutes printed up about what was said about us. See, we let them have meetings behind closed doors. I'm not talking about that session they had on CNN or all of that public station. I'm talking about the meetings that we didn't see. And that's the ones we don't ask about. We're asking about the wrong things. We think we see it all. No, there's the meetings that they have for you, and then they have the meetings that they have for themselves, where they all got their fingers in pies and how they want this. If they get this, they want that. That's what those are the meetings that I want to see. I want to see how did they come to the point of that $4.5 trillion. They had to talk about that behind a closed door. They had to talk about those other things behind the closed doors. They talked the tax cuts behind the closed doors. See, they make negotiations on our behalf without even talking to us, but they'll beg you for their vote. And that goes for both sides of the aisle. And that's one thing that we have to think about. We have to be aware of, because it's what's not being said is what we need to know. And that's the thing here. And that's what I'm talking about. We're talking about, and I'm gonna tell you this: the best bait for a trap is trust. That's how you catch a fish. He trusts that's on that hook is good for him, so he'll bite it. So the best bait for anything is trust.
Best bait. Could somebody wait, Lee? Hold up. Can somebody put that in the chat? That's the word of the day. The best trap is trust. The
Yes.
best trap is trust.
Uh,
Come on, somebody put that in
uh,
the chat real quick. Go ahead, Lee.
Well, see, that's the thing we gotta understand is that we're gonna try to stick our heads in the ground and wait for 4 years to pass before we make a move, and then we're gonna get hoodwinked again. And see, that's the thing. We have to make action. We have to take action, and that's the thing. And I'm gonna say this: I've been in Thorndale and Dalton. I actually was looking at homes in Dalton some years ago. I was gonna purchase a home in Dalton. They had some homes over there that, had a good price to it. Had to do a little work on it, but I was looking at it and thinking seriously about purchasing us a home there. So I know about that community. Let me say this, and those people, I don't know those people that are running. I vaguely know a little bit about them. But let me tell you this, and we talking about, Brother Mac is talking about clean house, and I'm gonna tell you this. Uh, don't think that community just started to look the way it is because when she got in there, uh, Miss Hilliard got in there, it looked like that for over 20, 30 years. That's a fact. You can look it up. They've had abandoned houses there, uh, storefronts that's abandoned for over 20, 30 years. That's a fact. You can look that up. That community has been there through numerous of mayors and aldermen, and they've had that community the way it is under many administrations. Don't think it's going to change because you vote for somebody else. You hope that it changes, but it won't because they're not sincere. They want those positions. Why they fight so desperately for them? Because those positions pay pretty good money and they do nothing for their community. I talked to one of the aldermen and she didn't know anything about her community. She didn't know. She said she's not privy to that information. And I asked her about the streets and the garbage on the streets, the abandoned houses, all of those things. They said that they're gonna look at it and they're gonna do this for it. They're gonna buy you a chicken or a turkey and tell you to go home unless you hold them accountable. You gotta hold them accountable. Change don't mean good change. You could put on another pair of shoes, but if it got a hole in it, it ain't gonna serve its purpose. So change for the sake of change is not going to get it. We have to really pay attention to that. And one thing we should be working on is we should be working on this electoral college thing. That's insanity. That's it. That's the cause of this change happening, these elections being stolen, is that electoral college, and they don't bring it to the forefront. And that makes me wonder, both sides of the aisle is not saying a word about this electoral college, and it's damaging the very constitution that they said they sworn to uphold. It's insane to say that you can have a few individuals go to DC and cast their votes because they've been elected by a corrupt system to put them. You can win the popular vote but lose the election. Where is that happening? But in the United States. In South Africa, when they were given their independence from the Caucasians, you know what? They didn't have an electoral college. It was one person, one vote. Everywhere else in this democratic system, it's one person, one vote. Only here, and maybe a few other places, they have electoral college, I think. But here, exclusively, we supposed to be the leaders of democracy, and we don't have one person, one vote. We don't set the example for democracy. In other countries, they got a better democracy than we do. They got a better system than we do. And we say we the greatest country in the world. That is a lie. And you can look it up. You can look at other countries. They got a better system than us. They got better child care. They got better health care. They got a better system altogether. You go to some countries, they have clean streets. Kids can go to school and learn and get an education and don't have to pay for it. But not in this country. We pay taxes for, okay, this is example. In other countries, when you buy a house, you don't pay anything else. You pay the initial taxes. That's it. It's yours. You don't keep paying. This is one of the few countries that you buy something, you pay taxes on it, and then you keep paying taxes. That's not how it should work. It's not like you buy a shirt at the store, you pay your taxes, and they tell you keep on paying taxes until you die for that shirt. That's insane. But we don't think about that. We're paying taxes for something we done paid for, and we keep paying taxes. This is insane. Yes, you paying for services that you are rendered for your community, garbage and stuff, but you pay for that. But that's not the taxes. The taxes that you pay on your home, that's separate. You just keep paying and paying, and there's no end to it. And that's something that's insane. But now they got a $4.5 trillion tax break that you'll never see because it'll go to the corporations. You know what we call a tax break? What's really they call tax break? Tax breaks for the rich. It's welfare for the rich. They're gonna cut out your food stamps and give it to them. That's what it is. When they give a tax break to the wealthy, because they found out that Ronald Reagan did that. He called it the trickle down effect. He said if to give it to the rich, it'll trickle down to the poor. And the thing that we have to understand is that the rich are not giving the poor anything. You know what? You know what? The poor, you know what the poor do more than the rich? The poor pray more than the rich. The rich don't pray. The poorer you get, the more you pray. See, and that's the thing. They don't have to pray because they get it from you. They feel they don't have to pray. The rich are not religious. They don't have a God. Their God is their dollar. And we hope that they trickle it down to us. And we got to start waiting for them to give us something that we are owed. And that's what I have to say.
You're listening to the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack. Brother Lee, you got about shoes. You got 25 more minutes. It looks like it. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to say. And we're going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. We're going to take a break.
You know, back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws. They just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president.
I'm back on the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to each and every one of you. Brother Lee is still here with us. I'd like to just say hello to Miss Bridget Wright of Pizza Pro XL. We want to just salute you, sister, and what you're doing. Thank you for being a supporter of ours here at the MacMan Morning Show. Y'all go over there and y'all support our sister in her business. She has a wonderful, wonderful menu. Go online and you can go to Pizza Pro XL, Marks, Mississippi. You can go online and get that full menu. You can also call, and they do deliver within those 5 county areas. You can call area code 662. The number is 326-3006. That's 662-326-0006. Forgive me for that one. Also, don't forget about Michelle Franklin's Tax Service. Y'all get down there. I'm telling you, get your stuff together now. Get a professional to do your work for you. Your professional to help you with your taxes. All of your business, personal, 1099, whatever you have, get yours now. She can get you up to $7,000. That's $7,000 up in your advances if you qualify. Also, you can you'll get a convenient place to get your refund. Also, you get a free estimate. You ain't got to go nowhere. And also, when the weather breaks, you can go on that 3-day, 2-night excursion wherever you'd like to go in the lower 48. She'll give it to you. Area code is 708-296-3133. That's area code 708-296-3133. We want to say good morning, Grand Rising to all of you, all of everybody that's in the chat. I'm so happy that you all are here. Don't forget to keep in mind that we have to keep our minds and our hearts open to the things that are going on. As Brother Lee said, there's no secret what's going on behind the scenes. There are secrets. We don't know the details. We don't know the negotiation. We don't know who gave what and who gave who. There's give and take in a balance like this in Congress. Folks, is real thin, and you can make a lot of deals being in the minority this close. And what are you saying, James Mack? Well, the makeup of Congress, folks, if you knew the makeup of Congress, and I got it right here, the makeup of Congress is this. The Senate got the majority, 53, and the minority goes 47. That's in the Senate. In the House, it's 218. They got the majority. The minority is at 215. So they got 3. So if they can get 4 votes, 4 people to cross over, just 4 to cross over. Is there 4 Republicans out of 218 that don't think that this foolishness is madness? That's why I keep telling you that we got to get. Diane Black has a proven record. I know she's not saying she's running or anything, but let me tell you something. 96,000 votes, 96,000 votes, and no other person in her category or any other category like that has ever had those numbers out the box. She has a name recognition. The Democratic Party didn't treat her right. We need to send a message to these parties about what's going on. Okay, we all back and forth. Oh, I'm a loyal this, I'm a loyal now. Only time I really feel like I was a loyal Democrat was in the Harold Washington days. That brother made a statement and let them know I am your nominee and you gonna honor it. I like that kind of spirit. We got some jelly back, noodle back Congress people that ain't worth a dime that bow down to that man with the orange makeup. And it makes no sense. I don't care who don't like it. It's time for us to wake up and not just smell no coffee. You better get you some of it and drink and open your eyes or do something. Wash your face, do something. Get your head out the sand and out of other people's behinds and we need to get ourselves together because we got to support our businesses. We got to support our business. I mean, we sit around and talk a lot of garbage. You know, we sit around and say, this and that. Oh, woe is me. They ain't trying to support me. They ain't trying to do this. They ain't trying to do that. We got to do something to get off of our behinds and do something for ourselves. We won't even go to the shops and different places. We think we got to go to different places to get what we want. Oh, we go to this store, this big box store. We go to this one. We go to that one. We avoid. And they saying that they are not even going to even honor us anymore as far as our history or the days that we have. They say Black history is eliminated in the government as far as celebrating it on any kind of level until this man gets out of here. I'm not just saying that. We ought to be celebrating our history. Black history is world history. You can't have a world without us as much as they try to black us out. Black business matter. Yeah, it do matter. It matters. They saying they don't care. Shop at a black store, y'all. Come on now. Get up off of it. We had so much pride back in the 70s. We had so much, we were black and I'm proud. We had dashikis on. We wouldn't let nobody mess with us. And we had community, baby. We had community. And what do we have today? Woe is me. No, the problem has been stated. The solution is we need to band together and make a statement. We ain't going for it. Stop going to Target. Stop going to Walmart. Stop going to these places. Go to your local vendors if you can. Stop giving them your money. I know we probably ain't got no black gas stations anymore. We don't even have a black oil change place. We got to think about those. We think about we doing hair and nails. Hair and nails. Hair and nails. Look, we need gas. We need foods. We have such buying power. Yesterday, Miss Rolanda Footman told us it wasn't $1.7 trillion. It's $1.8 trillion in buying power that we got, and we sit on our behind and we go spend it with other people. Even in media. This is black independent media. I'm just going to say it right now because I'm a black man. I've been deprived those opportunities to get in the mainstream media. So what did I have to do? I had to form my own company. Mac Media 3 Productions. Oh, I know who owns that one. I know where everything is with that one. I don't have to worry about discrimination with that one. I don't have to worry about nobody censoring me. I don't have to worry about nobody saying we're going to stop doing this and doing that out of my pocket and the real generosity of those of you that listen each and every morning. MagMan Morning Show has been on for 10 months. Yes, I got a contract with WKRA. I will not break it. That's why you hear certain things. But let me tell you something. Even with a silencer, you keep your word. I commend Raven Archery for what she's doing. I don't have no enemies. For whatever her programming desire is, that's fine. This signal is always open. Shout out to black business. Yeah, jelly back, noodle back, way back, all them backs. Ain't nobody got no straight back. I'm not taking it. Who gonna stand and say I'm not taking? We'll knock the sisters. Sisters saying, come on now. People have been taken advantage of for too long. This is the MagMan Morning Show. It's 14 after 10 in the morning over here on the Central Time Zone. I thank all of our supporters and our new sponsors that are getting ready to come out. And those of you that, hey, shout out to Melanie Robinson. And Melanie's bail bonds. She thought I wasn't gonna holler out and say nothing, but you got to reach out and show some people some love. Give me some pictures and stuff. Let's promote business. I'm in control of this show and production. I'll say what commercials go on and what not go on. I'll say what stories that go on and what not stories not to, because I'm not gonna bring you any garbage. Brother Lee brings the smoke. And people got nervous and say, "Get rid of him." Ooh, Jesus, God help us. He's talking about her. He doing this and that. He talk about men too. He can defend himself. Come on, Brother Lee. You got some time. I don't want all your time. You ain't gonna tell me I gave you 5 minutes and 2 minutes and everybody be hollering at me about Brother
Yeah,
Lee taking his time. Come
I,
on, man.
I understand. I appreciate that. Thing is that we have to, with them telling you that, like you say, TB is saying he want to get rid of African History Month. Uh, I call it History Month because without us in it, it's not history. We created, we started it, and we are a big part of it. Thing is, we have to reconnect with our history, and I mean all of it, in order to restore our culture. Because in honesty, this is honesty. Um, we don't have a culture right now. What is our culture? Ask yourself, what is black culture now? What is African American culture today? What does it look like today? Because is it the clothes we wear? Because we wear some, that's not us. Is it the language that we speak? That's not us. That's not our culture. I mean, is it the is it the music we listen to? Is that black culture? I'd say that's not culture. I mean, we started rap, and rap started in Africa. You can look that up. See, people didn't know that, and this is African History Month. And those are things that we have to teach the babies. See, you know what? They teach the babies, the Caucasian teach the babies in school to put their hands over their hearts and say the Pledge of Allegiance. They know how important it is to indoctrinate us, to get us to feel that we're part of their culture instead of their being a part of ours. And see, that's the thing. We have to teach our kids, babies, about African history. See, that's how you learn. You don't learn when you get to high school or get to a black college. You learn as babies. See, that's the thing. We don't teach, when we teach babies how to read, we teach babies about our history. We teach each other about what we went through to get to where we are, what we endured. You know what the Jews tell themselves? Never forget. You know what they say? Never forget. Never forget when they were put in those ovens. They didn't just put the Jews in the oven. They put gays in the ovens. They put gypsies in the oven. They put black folks in the ovens. They was doing it to everybody they didn't like. But the Jews tell you, they say, well, look, we were only ones in the oven. But they were putting everybody in there. So that's the thing. And they tell themselves, they got a slogan. They say, never forget. Millions of us, hundreds of millions of black folks have been unalived. And we have forgotten. We have forgotten what our people went through, the horrendous things that we've endured. I mean, man, you got to understand the things that we've been through. If you look back at those things that we've been through, and if someone did it to them, they'd be unalive. They would they you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about our history. Example. There was this kid that was 14 years old. I think he was back in the 20s, if I'm not mistaken. And he was accused of something. Uh he was accused of something. I think he was accused of some assault against a white girl or something. and they arrested him. He wasn't guilty of anything. They arrested him. They took him to jail. They wouldn't let his parents see him. And then the judge, he went before a judge. Judge said, "You're sentenced to death." And they put him in an electric chair. He was 14 years old. And they unalived him. And that's the thing that we went through, and we're still enduring this horrendous not punishment, this horrendous mistreatment that they're doing to us. And then, I'm gonna tell you something. We got to look back, and our folks, our grandparents, great grandparents, and so on has went through so much to get here, and we have forgotten what they went through, what they prayed about, what they was unalived about. And we have to understand that during this Black History Month, man, we've endured a lot. And we have to understand, we have to get that history back. We have to get that behavior back, that loving of our own culture, the loving of our own Black skin, the loving of our own hair, a loving of our own self, a loving of our own history. And the thing is, today, if you don't do nothing else today, speak to each other on the street. If you see each other, speak to each other. Say, "Hey, how you doing today?" Start with that. And that's the thing. And speak to our kids, and look up the history of ourselves. If you don't know, you got it on your phone, and explain to our kids what accomplishments we've done. You'll be surprised of the things that we have invented. We invented the cell phone. That's something I like to take back. But we invented the cell phone and the telephone and the lights. And people say Edison invented. No, it was a Black guy in there that invented that. He took credit for that. See, we have invented so much. We had owned our own car manufacturing business back way in the 20s. See, those are things that we have so many. There's thousands of things that we have invented, we have done that they have obliterated from the history books. And those are things that our kids need to know, that we can accomplish this thing. We don't have to look for the Caucasians to give us anything. We gave it to them, and they stole it from us, and they ran off with it. And now they bringing it back as though it was theirs. And that's the thing. They fear, and I'm gonna tell you this, they fear us. They are terrified of us. We make them not sleep through the night because of what we have accomplished. They say, if one of us get through that fence that they built and to keep us out, I'm gonna tell you something. It terrifies them to know if everyone can get through that fence, and we can get through it. It's just that the fence is so high, but we can get through that fence. We can't let it stop us, and that's what I like to say.
We thank Brother Lee for his commentary, and we look forward to it each and every day. I had to make sure he had the time necessary. As we wind this month down, they call Black History. Listen, don't forget, Black history is world history. It's going to continue. We're going to continue bringing you all the stories that we need to bring to you. Yes, Black business do matter. That's why we want you to advertise on the McMahon Morning Show. We're going to give you a shot. We'll take care of you. We'll make sure that you are handled. Everybody have a wonderful week. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget, on Saturday night, I'm going to be on with the review of the Sunday school lesson at 9 p.m. Also, I'm going to say hello to Dr. J and everybody. We're going to talk Brother Lee's commentary. Thank him for all that he does. Thank everybody that's in the chat, and even our audience. Those of you that are around about, our friends in Alaska still cold, y'all. I don't know how much the temperature is, but shout out to Alaska. Hey, y'all take care. We're going to be back here on Monday, God willing, back here on the McMahon Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host, and we will be back on Monday. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Batman Morning Show. It's the Batman Morning Show. It's the Batman Morning Show. It's the Batman Morning Show. Sitting at home when you're in your car. Batman Morning Show. No matter if you miss far. Batman Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Batman Morning Show. 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 It's the Batman Morning Show.